You've probably heard the growing buzz about Meghan Markle and the way she allegedly treated palace staff behind closed doors. While I can't confirm all the rumors, there's been enough credible chatter to raise some eyebrows about Meghan's behavior as a royal. Let's dive into what's been said. According to some former palace employees, working for Meghan was quite an experience. Meghan became a part of the royal family in 2018 when she married Prince Harry, and while their fairy tale wedding seemed like a fresh chapter for the monarchy, things reportedly weren't as picture perfect behind the scenes. Within 6 months of the wedding, multiple sources say Meghan began to show challenging and demanding behavior towards the staff. Some even suggest her bullying and intense micromanagement led people to leave their jobs. One former staff member who worked closely with Meghan for about 6 months described her as very self focused, to the point where they almost broke down in tears. When he was told that working for Meghan was a mental health nightmare, he shared that staff members would often be humiliated in front of each other, and major mistakes were met with icy sarcasm from Meghan. According to him, no one wanted to work for her, and it wasn't uncommon for people to be brought to tears. She got away with a lot simply because she was intimidating, which is far from what anyone wants in a boss. Another staffer who had witnessed Meghan's behavior on several occasions described her as rude and unprofessional. They mentioned that she would send critical emails to staff members as early as 5 a.m. This person compared working for Meghan to being in the middle of a battlefield due to her aggressive management style. On one occasion, Meghan allegedly reduced a female staff member to tears by harshly scolding her for a minor mistake. When others tried to comfort the upset woman, Meghan reportedly refused to check on her and accused them of showing misplaced loyalty. One specific incident involved Meghan allegedly yelling at an employee for making sure the right vintage of Fortnum and Mason tea she preferred was always available. Meghan reportedly demanded that it be on hand at all times, no matter the hour. The stress from one such outburst even led the staff member involved to resort to self-harm. Insiders say that nothing ever seemed good enough for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, and their challenging demands and verbal outbursts often left the staff feeling rattled. Meghan was reportedly told that calling a staff member to criticize them for a mistake during an event was entirely unacceptable. This report paints a stark contrast to Meghan's public image as a progressive feminist advocating for women's empowerment. It raises the question, how could someone who speaks of kindness and compassion act so harshly towards female staff? However, the alleged bullying wasn't limited to women. A former male protection officer claimed that both Prince Harry and Meghan made one of his team members feel similarly mistreated. The situation was so intense that one staff member felt suicidal and convinced another to leave the royal family altogether. He described Meghan's behavior as more fitting for a Hollywood star than a royal. Other serious accusations against Meghan include her having unrealistic expectations and losing her temper over minor issues. She reportedly scolded former aides for improper curtsies and for not greeting Harry with enough formality. Some former palace staff shared that they had to respond to unreasonable demands at all hours, leading them to work 100-hour weeks just to keep Meghan satisfied. Multiple sources indicated that Meghan couldn't handle any criticism, with some aides allegedly begging the Queen to step in and protect them from the Duchess's harsh behavior, even pleading for a transfer. Another former employee recalled being warned by the couple's private secretary to avoid making eye contact with Meghan and never to smile at her. He found these demands strange and was reportedly dismissed within 2 months after being harshly reprimanded for a small mistake. This isn't entirely shocking, given that sources claim Meghan allegedly carries a sense of superiority that allows her to belittle others. She supposedly views high-ranking royal aides as insignificant and gets away with outrageous behavior because of her celebrity connections. However, Meghan's representatives firmly deny any claims of bullying or mistreatment towards staff. They argue that these stories are false, defamatory, and part of a deliberate effort by her critics to push a completely fabricated narrative. Meghan is said to have complained to a senior member of the royal household about these stories, while her friends insist that it was actually the palace staff who created a toxic environment by resisting change. The Sussex's official spokesperson expressed sadness over the latest accusations, claiming that they are the ones who have been bullied by the palace. While it's hard to determine which side is telling the truth, it's evident that Meghan and Harry's inner circle is not willing to accept any blame or accusations of wrongdoing. Please don't forget to subscribe to our The King newspaper channel to get more updates in the future. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a lovely evening, and we'll be back to see you again. Bye bye. Bye.